Our cameras caught the Clippers arriving at their building and coming through.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. We've got Doncic. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. And for the Clippers, Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position. Now, here's Richardson. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Terrific talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Here's Doncic. And that one drops.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
Now here's Beverley. Not a lot of room. They retain possession. Leonard on the wing. Guarded by Doncic. And Leonard gets it to go.
Right there, that is poise of Kawhi Leonard, just taking what the defense gives him.
Richardson outside. Back to Doncic. Inside. Stolen by George. Beverley dishes to Leonard. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Every organization needs team-first guys like Patrick Beverley. That's a terrific pass.
And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverley is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
To the middle. George finds Leonard. It's blocked.
He's a factor defensively. He's 6'6" with a 6'10" wingspan. Josh gets off the floor quickly.
Finney Smith can't get it to go. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. To the paint. Here's Zubac. That one no good. Nice D from Porzingis. Floats it up for Doncic. But they'll get another chance. Finney Smith kicks to Doncic. Second chance shot. 5 to shoot. Richardson the pass to Marjanovic. Here's Finney Smith. No good off the back of the rim. The Clippers in the lead. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
Now here's Redick. Back to Brunson. Powell trying to free himself up. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
This is just one of many areas where Redick has improved, reading the floor and finding his guys for good quality shots.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Man's checked in. Dallas also making some changes. Nelly is checked in for Powell. And it's Burke in for J.J. Redick. Burke kicks to Cauley-Stein. 1:22 left here in the opening quarter. Burke finds Cauley-Stein. Out to Hardaway. High post try. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Count that one.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Melly passes to Burke. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Jackson against Brunson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson.
This is what we talk about, valuing each possession, avoiding those kinds of mistakes.
Rajon Rondo is checked in for Luke Kennard. Now Brunson passes it to Melly. Now Cauley Stein. He's guarded by Cousins. Now here's Hardaway. Defense is right there. That ties it up.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Clippers have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Left side Jackson. Down low. And Cousins kicks to Batum. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
DeMarcus Cousins owns this territory. Back to the basket or facing up. He's a terror on the inside.
Both free throws good from Cousins. Got it off in time. He can't get that one to fall. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
They've got Ivica Zubac. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley, and it's George in at the shooting guard position. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Here's Beverley following the score by Dallas. And he uses the glass on the layup. Beverley's got his first points of the night.
Beverley showing he can make things happen off the bounce.
Now here's Richardson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Clock at 6. It's rebounded by Leonard. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Here's Doncic. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot.
Give Josh credit, taking the challenge offensively, discipline, and that's a beautiful pass.
Richardson against George. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Zubac has got the lead up to 4 now for the Clippers.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Richardson finds Porzingis. It's stolen by Morris. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Leonard with the ball. Nice D from Doncic. Mavericks trail by 4. Elbow shot. Kicks it out to Richardson. From past the arc. And it's Doncic missing.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Marjanovic. Pass to Porzingis. Richardson dishes to Doncic. The pass to Marjanovic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Marjanovic. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Now, here's George. Outside Leonard. Pass to Morris. Kicks it out to Leonard. Yep, it counts. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul. I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Kennard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Rondo comes in for Patrick Beverly and then for Dallas. Powell comes in for Marjanovic. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. We've got 1:13 left in the first half. Out to Doncic. Offensive rebound. Porzingis passes to Powell. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Drains the three-pointer. Doncic has got 7 points in the game.
And love how much Doncic believes in himself. It shows when he shoots off the pass like that.
Leonard draws the double. Feeds it to George. Right side, Rondo. George up top. Richardson cover.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Doncic kicks to Richardson. Rondo with the steal. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Rondo, known for his quick hands on defense, that time turned it into offense.
Doncic with it. He's got 7. Passes to Porzingis. Leonard with the steal. And some good action through the first 2 quarters. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets under.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They were never able to get the lead above. And that should do.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, they've got Trey Burke. He's out there with Jalen Brunson. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Cauley Stein. And it's Melly in at the power forward. The Clippers shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. And there's the feed to Morris. Burke with it. George picks him up. Melly passes to Brunson. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Pocket 4. Here's Morris. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And he makes that one. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Burke, the pass to Brunson. He feeds it to Cauley Stein. Stolen by Zubac. Leonard attacking. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Give him any kind of opening, and Kawhi Leonard will make you pay at the rack.
Burke, the pass to Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now, here's George. He's got 6. Outside Leonard. Here's Zubac. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
Hardaway with a wide open look. A miss that time would have put him up. Here's Leonard. He sinks the 11-footer. Leonard's got the lead up to 4 now for Los Angeles.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Now here's Burke, covered by Morris. Hardaway passes to Melly. Here's Burke. Out to Hardaway. Just 5 on the clock. Count it.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Now here's Jackson. No points in the game yet for him.
That quick burst off the pick allows Jackson to separate and get the look he wants.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injury slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Here's Jackson. .141 left in the third. Batum with the 3. The three-pointer is right on target. And the Clippers lead by 5.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
The drive by Doncic. Richardson for 3. Finney-Smith. And it's Dallas with another.
And turning down what would have been a tough shot for himself into an easy one for his teammate.
Jackson looking around. Porzingis with the steal. And even 3-on-3 break. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Richardson.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
To the inside, it's stolen by Marjanovic. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
I mean, in transition, Josh Richardson is fast with or without the ball in his possession.
Jackson up top, guarded by Doncic. Jackson misses. The Mavericks have gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. And so they choose to intentionally foul. A different look for Dallas. Mike Powell comes in for Marjanovic. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Now here's Porzingis. Second shot opportunity. Doncic kicks to Richardson. Launches it. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Morris with the ball. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Outside Leonard. Off the mark. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. The Mavericks. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They lead by 1. The 2 stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Kennard is out there with Rajon Rondo, and it's Zubac in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
And Willie Cauley Stein gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And here's Rondo. And he banks in the layup.
Gotta respect the attacking mindset of Rondo. Always looking to go right to the cup.
Now Burke on the wing, Hardaway. Has to call Stein. Here's Burke. The Clippers grab the miss. Leonard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And then Leonard with the dunk.
One of the more instinctive passes over the last decade. Rondo quickly locates the open man.
Now here's Brunson. And the pass to Hardaway. Launches a 3. Kennard with the rebound. And Willie Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the 4th quarter. And the foul called on Porzingis. That's his first foul. Leonard looking around. And another 3 for the Clippers.
What I like about Kawhi's shot, no matter the distance, always seems to be on balance.
Doncic outside. Pass to Richardson. Back to Doncic. Inside. To halt the run. And that one's good. Marjanovic.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Here's Leonard. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Rondo's got 3 assists in the game. Dallas calls timeout. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
You have to make it harder for him to score. Deny the ball, even double, whatever it takes to force someone else to beat you.
And Los Angeles with some changes. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in for Rajon Rondo. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dallas. Redick comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. He got on his guys about allowing too many paint points. He said, hey, we've got to be scrappier. We've got to be quicker to help, quicker to collapse the lane. You guys know what to do. Now you got to give me the effort. I want to see some nasty. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Here's Jackson. After Luka Doncic's bucket, Jackson passes to Cousins. And 2 free throws coming up on it. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
No, we're left to infer from the adjustments we see on the floor.
And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hands.
Now, here's Doncic. The dish to Richardson. There's 1:54 left to play in the final quarter. Stolen by Jackson. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Can't help but love the way Leonard plays the game. Stone-faced assassin.
Doncic dishes to Richardson. This is it to Porzingis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Doncic against George. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 12-4 run. Hardaway against Jackson. Outside for George. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And stolen by Cousins. To the middle. Here's Batum. Dishes to Cousins. Outside for George. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Leonard. Lays it up off the glass. And it's a 7-point Clipper lead.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
And so confident. Even amongst the trees, Doncic is fantastic at forcing the issue close to the rim.
For the Clippers, Ivica Zubac has checked in for DeMarcus Cousins, and Marcus Morris subbed in for Nicholas Batum. Marjanovic checked in for the Mavericks. Now here's Leonard. Yes, that goes in. Leonard's got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers.
Well, you know, the truth is Leonard's been focused all night. Has an array of go-to moves and the endurance to keep on coming.
Here's Doncic. Count it!
Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take over, and that's his personality. He comes up with the goods on that one.
George looking over the floor. Wide open look here for Zubac. A three-pointer, no good. And so Los Angeles takes the win. They didn't make it. Thank you, David. Great. And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one And let's go.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Luke Kennard out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Beverly in at point guard. And for the Nuggets, Cole is out there with Gordon. Then there's Monte Morris. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Jokic in at the 5, roaming the paint. Fast break. Here we go. Ahead. It's stolen by Morris. And now Jokic pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And at 7'2", Bol has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
Gordon, the pass to Porter. And the wide open shot from Morris. Feeds it to Bol. And a wide open look for Porter. Pass to Bol. Outside Porter. Denver passing it around. Morris passes to Porter. 4 on the clock. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by Porter.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Come to me.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Outside Leonard takes a 3. That shot no good. And it's Denver the other way. Pass to Porter. Lets it go with a 3. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. Now Jokic. Morris finds Jokic. Just 5 to shoot.
There's a reason this guy has won multiple Defensive Player of the Year awards. How much pressure can he guard with? My goodness.
Impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Greg. Let him get his hands on it inside and finish it off.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season. Came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
Los Angeles shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
The pass to Jokic. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned, and I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body, and I think we will see that in time.
Jokic against Kennard. That one goes. Count it. Jokic has got 10 points.
How about 5 of 6 to start? Looks like he brought his A game.
1:52 left in the first quarter. Here's Leonard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Paul Millsap's checked in for Morris. Jermichael Green comes in for Bol. And it's Harrison in for Porter. Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Leonard draws the double. Inside. Jokic with the steal. It's 2-on-1. And here they go. And that one's good, Harrison.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Clippers trail by 7. On the wing, Jackson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Not an easy basket for Jackson. He doesn't shoot a really high percentage, but he does make a lot of tough hoops.
Pass to Harrison. Back to Jokic. Green taking his time here. 6 on the shot clock. Millsap kicks to Jokic. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And the Clippers making a switch here. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 5-point game. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Jackson passes to Morris. Pulls up from the corner. It's rebounded by Najee.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Outside Millsap. A putback. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And now that we've gotten a chance to...
Jokic firing on all cylinders for Denver. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And we've got more NBA action.
Southwest, I mean, you need to look your...
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Batum. Then it's Marcus Morris. And there's Jackson. And it's Mann in at the shooting guard position. Here's Mann. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And that one hits back iron. Denver leading by 7. Back to Millsap. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Jackson down low. Millsap covering. Jackson misses. Here's the Nuggets with the ball. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Greg, so many people know your story, born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people you know has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lures of the game of college basketball.
Clippers trail by 7. Beverly the pass to Morris. Zubac kicks to Kennard. Passes to Beverly. Now here's Kennard. George with the ball. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar. Exceptional vision by Paul George. This guy is tearing up the defense.
Morris outside, fires from deep. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Off target from outside.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside. No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Now here is George. Tight defense on him. Denver leading by 7. Up the floor. Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
Whew, he is so quick off the ground. Porter just gives the defense very little time to react.
And George, here we go. Nice D from Porter.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Morris outside. The 3. It's hauled in by Zubats.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Beverly the pass to George. Morris dishes to George. Lets it go from deep. They shoot again. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Morris with the bucket.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
Denver's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Morris looking over the floor. There's the feed to McGee. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. McGee's got the lead up to 9 now for the Nuggets. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And George, here we go.
What a terrific take to the rim. Paul George is just giving it to the defense right now. Tenacious on that drive.
The Clippers have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And he makes both free throws. The Nuggets leading by 7. Campazzo. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Outside, George. Here's Leonard. And he beats the buzzer. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first quarter was all about Nikola Jokic. He had 12 points, 2 block shots. And
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
Really putting his handprint on this game. You love the hustle. You love the work ethic he has had on display.
Cole is out there with Jokic. Then it's Michael Porter. Then there's Gordon. And it's Morris in at the point. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. Gordon with no one around. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And here's George. Outside Leonard. Back to George. Beyond the arc. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Porter kicks to Morris. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Porter passes to Morris. Jokic inside. Leonard's there. Goes back up. And that one off the back of the rim and in. And now it's a 9-point Nugget lead. LA has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Outside for George. Los Angeles with another miss.
He's so frustrated. Hasn't had a make all game. It's making it very difficult for them to find any success.
Outside Porter. Outside Gordon. Porter against Beverly. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Green, he's checked in for Denver. The Clippers also making some changes. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Jackson comes in for George. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Patrick Beverly. How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
Rondo finds Jackson. Here's Leonard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Leonard's got 11.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
On the wing, Porter. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Pass to Jokic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
And not easy defending Jokic. His height puts the defense in a tight spot, and they just slipped up there.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. There's the pass to Jokic. Three-pointer. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Los Angeles making a switch here. Mann's checked in. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Rondo looking around. Jokic against Cousins. Pass to Mann. 6 to shoot. Batum inside the three-point line. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Najee passes to Jokic. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Jackson kicks to Batum. Here's Mann. And it's off from three-point range. The Nuggets leading by 9. Millsap passes to Najee.
Hey, yo, right here.
And 1:01 left in the third quarter of the game. Jokic trying to free himself up. Najee, good.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Clippers have gone only 1 of 6 from the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. To the paint, Jokic with the steal. Fires the 3. Harrison in the corner. Tries again. And Denver again with the bucket. .36 seconds left to play in the third. Now here's Jackson. He's looking for Cousins and finds him. Unable to get that one.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
Jokic with the bucket.
Yeah, Jokic seems determined to have a big night. So far, he's been successful.
Cousins, the pass to Jackson. Here's Batum. They can't stop the run with that one. And so it's the Denver Nuggets riding a 15-point lead at the end of the... Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. So for the Clippers right now, the two stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's man in at the two guard. Leonard dishes to George. Back to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, almost effortless there from Kawhi Leonard. The reach and leaping ability. Look out.
Morris outside. Passes it to Jokic. It's good, and that takes him to 77% shooting this game. 10 for 13.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
Outside Leonard. That's another one for him. His fifth in just 7 shots.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
A three from Morris, and he's good on the three ball. Morris has got himself on the board with 3 there.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
George looking around. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Porter outside. Kicks it out to Gordon for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Outside, George. From outside the arc, and Bull pulls it down. Bull's got 4 rebounds now tonight. A 3 ball. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. Clippers trail by 16. Lets the 3 fly. Here's Zubac. Can't hit from in close. The Nuggets have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Porter finds Morris. Back to Porter. This one for 3. Jokic passes to Gordon. Back to Jokic. Pass to Gordon. There's the triple. The Nuggets with another miss.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
George with no one around. Offensive rebound. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one is on Bull. The free throw drops for Zubac. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Nikola Jokic. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Kennard's checked in. Now Morris. 1:14 left in the game. Launches it. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Nuggets.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jokic.
And the way he rebounded, he surely was a spark for the team as he was securing everything that came off the iron.
The three from Morris. It's hauled in by Zubac. So it's the Clippers now. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Stolen by Zubac.
Disappointing day for him. Let's see if they go down with a fight.
Well, they definitely have some things to work out, and you'd love to see them finish this game the right way.
Outside, George. His three-pointers off the mark. Here's Green. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. the Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge, and the state flag of Texas looking majestic tonight. We're coming to you live. And with...
Hey, Kevin, the Maverick...
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Missing some depth tonight, but the starting lineup is intact for this team. Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. Aaron Gordon out there at Bowl. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Harrison in at the point guard position. And for the Mavericks, they've got Marjanovic. Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. And Doncic gets it to go. And these two teams, Brent, known for playing a more methodical pace. When you think of the elite half-court offenses, what comes to mind for you?
Well, I have a location for you, Kevin. It's Utah. And I have two names for you, Stockton and Malone. And how good those guys were, not just in pick and roll, but in overall half-court execution. Man, it was surgical.
The Nuggets shooting their first free throw of the game here.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Shot clock at 6. Morris passes to Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
Jokic is a big center, tough to contain, close to the basket. That's a nice throwdown.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. Doncic against Gordon. Snatched away. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Here's Morris. Finished off the break.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Shot clock at 5. Marjanovic, no good. And here we go with Morris, running it up the court.
Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
And he can't bank that one in. The Nuggets have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Jokic kicks to Gordon. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon. Paul Millsap is checked in for Bull. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That's his first foul. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And here is Burke. Clock at 6. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein doing what he does best on offense, looking to throw it down.
Denver leading by 3. Harrison passes to Morris. And there's the pass to Jokic over Cauley Stein. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by Morris.
Well, the confidence just keeps growing with Jokic and his shot. Pretty much ready to shoot as soon as it touched his hands.
Pass to Cauley Stein. And here's Brunson. Back to Cauley Stein. Hardaway with a wide open look. The Mavericks keeping it alive. A new 14. A second chance effort. They grab their own miss. Kicks it to Cauley Stein. Outside Hardaway. Runs in the pass to Cauley Stein. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down.
The playmaking of Jokic, so incredible. Creating this inverted offense. Bones, for your money, does it matter what position your best playmaker occupies?
I don't think so. And Jokic might be the secret sauce to that, and proving that from the center position, much like Arvydas Sabonis and Vlade Divac before him, can impact and also frustrate opposing defenses because you can't stop the center from making these kind of plays.
Powell, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Reddick comes in for Burke. There's a minute left to play here in the first. Here's Rivers. Passes it to Najee. And he takes that one up and powers it through. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Rivers passes to Porter. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And Porter's height and length around the basket is going to help him create opportunities to score.
Brunson kicks to Hardaway. Lets it fly from 18. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Denver Nuggets ahead by... And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So out there for the Nuggets right now, they've got Harrison. Green is out there with Gordon. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's McGee in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. It's tipped. And now the Nuggets, fast break. Green leading the charge. It's deflected. They recover it. Mavericks trail by 9. And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Powell. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for J.J. Redick. And then for Denver, Jokic, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Bol comes in for Green. And Monte Morris subbed in for Michael Porter.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Here's Harrison. Richardson cover. Now Bol still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. And it's good for 2.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Finney-Smith passes to Marjanovic. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Porzingis finds Richardson. Back to Porzingis. Doncic outside. Stolen by Gordon. Oh, and here we go with Gordon. Nobody back. And then Gordon with the dunk.
There's the versatility Gordon has. Great work on both ends, and he gets rewarded.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go, and I can't say I blame him.
And with the dunk contest and Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
Mavericks making a switch here. Burks is checked in. Jokic passes to Gordon. Jokic inside. Marjanovic on him. And Jokic throws it down.
Such an outstanding effort there for the big man to stay focused with his shot. Jokic, tremendous concentration.
Burke with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And he commits the intentional foul. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Nicolo Melli comes in for Porzingis. Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Josh Richardson. A nice shot by Melli.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Porter dishes to Rivers. Back to Porter. Over Burke. And there's Porter on the assist by Rivers. Porter's got the lead up to 13 now for the Nuggets.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Outside Hardaway. Pass to Cauley Stein. Here's Melli. 6 on the shot clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Hardaway with it. He's picked up by Milson. Hardaway, no good. Denver leading by 13. Millsap looking it over. Now here's Rivers. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And the slam dunk by McGee.
I like that. Staying alert. Rivers keeping his head up to find the open man.
Brunson the pass to Cauley Stein. Here's Melli. Hardaway with it. Guarded by McGee. The pass to Melli. Over Porter. A nice shot by Melli. Melli's got his second bucket.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
Rivers finds Porter. He gets that one. And it's 6 points for Michael Porter.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And here is Burke. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Pass to Melli. Now Brunson. Here's Burke, and he converts the layup.
Now, those interior passes can be dangerous sometimes, but if the timing is good and you execute it there, you can get each.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarters.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, after 2 quarters, it's Denver out in front. They have a 13-point lead. And big. And that's.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks.
And Jokic carrying that standard for a superstar big man. For your money, though, Bones, is he the best true center in the game?
I don't think he's a true center in the sense, GA, that you can't really go down to the post and have him create his own offense by scoring the basketball. Of course, he's going to create plays for his teammates. I still think AD holds that title right now.
And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
And he's all over that shot, has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
This one for 3. It doesn't go for him. And the Mavericks going the other way now. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Richardson, no luck.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity. on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
Mavericks trail by 15. Here's Porzingis. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
The shot. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Jokic has got 11.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Marjanovic passes to Richardson, and it's sent back by Jokic.
Yeah, you like when Jokic is this active on the defensive end. More blocks, please.
And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. A different look for Dallas. Dwight Powell comes in for Marjanovic. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Denver. Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot, and you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
The Nuggets leading by 17. Right side, Gordon, down low, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Mavericks have gone 0 of 5 to the start of the second quarter. Extremely cold shooting coming out of the locker room. To the inside. Bucket is good.
Cauley Stein, you've got to talk mostly about the agility that this young big has, rolling well after the screen.
1:52 left in the third. Porter passes to Najee. Over Burke. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
And Cauley Stein in great position to reject that shot.
There's 1:40 left in the third quarter. Near the three-point line, it's Millsap. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Melly passes to Cauley Stein. Passes it to Brunson. 5 on the clock. Outside Hardaway. Over Millsap. With the putback. Great positioning on the putback. Cauley Stein's got 8.
Talk often about physicality of bigger players. Cauley Stein, one of those guys who fits into that category.
Rivers passes to McGee. Back to Rivers. Denver passing it around. And stolen by Cauley Stein. And here we go. Burke heading to the hoop. Pass to Brunson. On the wing, Hardaway. Now the dish to Cauley Stein. Inside. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Burke. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Now the pass to Hardaway. Here's Finney-Smith. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. The 3. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Here's Harrison. Here's Millsap. Can't get it to fall. And so it's the Denver Nuggets sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. Their defense has been active and effective. Back to the action after this word. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Well, sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And Denver will start the 4th quarter with Jokic is out there with Bol. And there's Gordon. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Harrison in at the 1 spot.
Mid-range game as Jokic spotted himself up and drilled that one.
Pass to Porzingis. Now Marjanovic. Richardson outside. Passes it to Hardaway. Here's Marjanovic. And it's Denver with the rebound.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
Harrison kicks to Jokic. Pass to Harrison. In the corner, Bol with it. Harrison passes to Jokic. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. Mavericks making a switch here. Doncic is checked in. And a switch here also for Denver. Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Morris. Back to Harrison. 5 to shoot. Bounce pass Gordon. Lob pass to Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Out of nowhere, Gordon just soaring in there, and that athleticism carries him straight to the hoop.
Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. No good on the 3.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Bol, the pass to Jokic. There's Harrison. The feed to Bol. And the dunk by Bol.
Amazing how much the offense has changed around the center position and the way Jokic can see the floor.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Right side Porzingis for the 3. That one misses. Now Denver takes it the other way. Jokic with it, and it's Richardson picking him up. Gordon, the pass to Jokic. There's Harrison, the pass to Rivers. There's Harrison. Outside Gordon. Down low and stolen by Richardson. And he lobs it up. And the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic. Paul Millsap is checked in for the Nuggets. Morris comes in for Rivers. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. And it's sent back by Jokic. Here's Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year. More efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls. And I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Dwight Powell comes in for Porzingis. J.J. Redick's checked in for Josh Richardson. And Trey Burke subbed in for Doncic. The offensive rebound. Green kicks to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Denver.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Jokic.
Well, the tone was set by him defensively tonight. Recorded a number of blocks, and that was a big difference maker, intimidating the other team.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And a five-star recruit coming out of high school, Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
Feeds to Rivers. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Trailing by 19. Left side, Redick. Pass to Powell. With the floater. Jokic grabs the miss. Here's Denver now. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Shots good by Green.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight. Getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Outside for Redick. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Back to Burke. Pass to Powell. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. First free throw is good. And so he hits both. Pass to Rivers. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap. And the Clippers looking good as they came into the arena before the game. And they'll have some. And we've got time for a quick pregame report.
Kevin, thank you. There is no...
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. They've got Paul George. He's out there with Patrick Beverley. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Oturu in at the 4 slot. And for Dallas, inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. That one doesn't go. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. And that one's good. Leonard. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. And it's the Clippers' ball. And George, here we go. And that one drops for him.
I think one of Paul George's best shots is his pull-up jump shot. He's been destroying defenses for years with that mid-range pull-up.
Now, here's Doncic. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. Dallas, no good that time either. Here's Leonard. Good work defensively by Richardson.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Boy, they are frigid right now. I mean, failing to connect on their first 4 attempts.
And George with this stuff.
Hey, and George really is one of the better dunkers in the league. Actually, one of the best. He's creative. He's got great bounce, excellent length, and pretty creative every time he gets a chance to throw it down.
Porzingis can't hit.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
With the second effort, and George finishes inside. George has got 6.
Yeah, solid work on the offensive glass by Paul George. Squeezing the orange and giving them another chance at points.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
The Mavericks have gone 0-5 here to start the game. Rough start for them. Doncic feeling it out. Can they get it? And he makes good on the layup.
You know, as I watch Doncic, I think it's futile to try to distract this guy. His focus and concentration and control of himself is excellent.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
Here's Doncic. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. And here is Doncic. He dishes it to Powell. Passes to Porzingis. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Here's Doncic. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got his 5th rebound in this one. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Here's Doncic after the basket by Los Angeles. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, he said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. He hits both from the stripe.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe, he's going to cash in more than not.
We've got 1:23 left to play in the first.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Here's George. Cousins trying to free himself up. That's no good, and he's 3 for 5. Mavericks trail by 10. Brunson, good.
Well, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Now, here's George. Burke covering. Kennard on the wing. Back to George. 6 to shoot. 18 feet out. Here's Cousins. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
And, you know, Cousins is a wrecking ball inside, guys. Effective at using his size to draw the contact close to the rim. He's a hard guy to defend.
A different look for the Clippers. Mann's checked in, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Dallas has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Pass to Melly. Dishes it to Cauley-Stein. Outside Hardaway. Back to Cauley-Stein. And stolen by Cousins. The feed to Batum. Kennard on the wing. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. Mavericks trail by 10. Pass to Hardaway. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know, I think we all know that Hardaway Jr. is a really good scorer. I mean, the next step for him is improving defensively.
He hits the second from the line. And so the first quarter is in the books. Clippers lead by 9. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Batum is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Mann in at the 3, the small forward. Now, here's Doncic. Shot clock at 6. Richardson right side. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Los Angeles leading by 12. Kennard on the wing. Uncovered. Here's Cousins. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
Yeah, you know, Cousins, I think, is sometimes underrated as an offensive rebounder. That guy can get some putbacks for you.
Here's Doncic. Scores for only the second time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field. Greg, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys.
Yes,
They're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
And Dallas going with the whole new group out there. The Clippers also changing it up. Ivica Zubac has checked in for DeMarcus Cousins, and Kawhi Leonard comes in for Luke Kennard.
And the soft-spoken Leonard is now an elite talent in this league, an athletic forward who leads by example.
Now here's Brunson. Fires the three. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Hey, you can't forget about this now. Rondo's averaged double-digit assists multiple seasons. As good a passer as any in this league.
Here's Melly. Here's Burke. The three. It's hauled in by Beverly.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Now here's Cauley Stein. Count the basket.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Clippers leading by 14. Outside Rondo. Outside Leonard. Zubac in the post. Cauley Stein defending. Basket counts.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Burke looking over the floor. Here's Hardaway, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
And a sensational individual defender. Leonard will lock you down. Rejections are just part of the package he brings on the defensive end.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Back to Cauley Stein. Leonard with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Oturu, the pass to Beverly. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Melly. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Trey Burke. Now here's Hardaway. Marjanovic kicks to Redick. To the middle. Out to Hardaway. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
When Hardaway Jr. is forcing the issue like that, it draws the defense's attention, and I like his aggressiveness as a scorer.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Powell, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Porzingis comes in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Richardson, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Beverly's checked in. Now here's Leonard. 12 points for him. The Mavericks pull it in.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
And so it's Los Angeles. There. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 12 points and 1 block. And
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the floor for Dallas. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. Basket good. Leonard's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Clippers.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of it.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. Now Porzingis lays it up and banks it in.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Now here's Beverly. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Leonard against Doncic. And that one's good. Leonard.
Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
Beverly against Doncic. Powell trying to free himself up. And Doncic throws it down.
Well, the main weapon in Doncic's attack, he really excels at finding lanes and then taking advantage of them.
And George, here we go. And he finishes nicely on the layup. George has got 10 points.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Doncic against Beverly. Takes a shot at the elbow. Here's Porzingis. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Boy, you look at Porzingis. This guy is very skilled, and you give him those kind of looks, he'll cash in all day long.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide-open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed the full season, was coming off an injury, and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Dwight Powell. Redick comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Burke in for Doncic.
Oh, wow. 4 or 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
George finds Kennard. Cousins with it. Left side, George. Burke with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Richardson the pass to Redick. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have, man. I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. And they double up Cousins. Here's Mann. And again, no good by the Clippers. Mavericks trail by 13. On the wing, Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Big time flush by Doncic. Man, this young fella really has a lot of game.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. 17 points was their biggest margin. From the high post. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there. And neither can he.
And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. The Mavericks have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Second free throw, no good. Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still... And here we go, Coach's Challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch. everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Well, I tell you, George is an amazing athlete. He's got great speed, and when he's in the open court running the break, that's a scary look for the defense.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Beverly against Doncic. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Doncic has got 6 points in the quarter.
Doncic showing you his smarts there because he really sized up the situation and took advantage of what the defense gave him.
It's good.
You can't say enough about his individual performance. I don't think you can overstate it. I mean, even if the all-around team effort's been lacking, this guy's been on top of things.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Clippers ahead, leading by 10. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Paul George is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Batum in at the 4 spot. Here's Brunson. Kept alive. Poked away. Batum with the steal. Now here's Kennard. He's guarded closely. Beverly against Brunson. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And Nicholas Batum with the slam.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
The pass to Melly. Passes it to Cauley Stein. Here's Melly, defended by Batum. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Melly. Brunson against Beverly to the paint, and the jam by Nicholas Batum.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
And the Mavericks call time here. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Porzingis, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. Richardson comes in for Trey Burke. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. His emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said we have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other out. They're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them. Kevin, they're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponent.
Got a piece of it. There's the lob to the hoop. The lead now in single digits.
Boy, what a brilliant find by Doncic.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Beverly, the pass to Cousins.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had the foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Los Angeles.
Well, it's been an outstanding game for them in the open court. Their fast break points really stand out.
Yeah, and the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. That ball's nice speed that time from George.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
Now, here's Doncic. Porzingis trying to get free. Oturu with the rebound. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Oh, Leonard in position. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
You don't see many big guys run the floor like this, do you? I mean, Porzingis special.
Beverly against Richardson. Outside Leonard. Beverly looking around. Kicks it out to Leonard. Here's the three. No good on that one. And it's Dallas the other way. Here's Richardson. So it's Richardson with the jam.
Excellent court awareness from the big man there. Porzingis proven to be a reliable passer.
Beverly the pass to George. Clippers moving the ball around. Here's Oturu. Pass to Cousins. Here's Oturu. 5 on the clock. And then Leonard with the dunk.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for Los Angeles.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Leonard.
Boy, from a scoring standpoint, he was absolutely sensational. Made the game look easy tonight.
Again, Leonard missing. Guys, no real chance for them to come back now.
Yeah, I think the focus has to be on their next game at this point.
Back to Doncic. Beyond the arc. Drills it from outside.
Well, you know, it's clear that Doncic is very self-confident, knows he has what it takes to knock these shots down.
Right side, Leonard. Back to George. Leonard looking over the floor. Off on that one.
Tell you what, like with most players, when Doncic is aggressive on defense.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. The bronze likeness of Lakers great Magic Johnson. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. We've got Gordon. Jokic is out there at Bull. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Porter at shooting guard. And for the Clippers, Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Oturu in at the 4 spot. Now, here's Jokic. Outside Gordon. Pass to Morris. Just 5 to shoot. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Here's Jokic. Cans the 12-footer. And both teams, Doris, battling injuries.
Kevin, we have seen that when someone is injured, that means an opportunity for a bench player to show what they have. And the coaching staff maybe has to get a little bit more creative than usual.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one is on Bull.
You can see the kind of savvy Kawhi Leonard plays with. This guy makes the defense commit and gets himself to the foul line.
Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
And Jokic throws it down.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Jokic on the follow. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. And it's the Clippers' ball. 4-point game. Now, here is George. Kicks to Leonard. Shoots the 3. Not going to go that time. Now Denver takes it the other way. And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to leave. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
Here's Morris. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Morris passes to Jokic. Back to Morris. To the inside. Stolen by Zubac. Beverly finds Leonard. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Oturu, the pass to Leonard. And now the Nuggets, fast break. Morris with the ball, and they pick up 2.
Well, the activity of Aaron Gordon, so solid at reading the opposition and taking his chances.
George passes to Oturu. Clippers moving the ball around. Releases. And it's Leonard missing. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Denver. And finished off by Porter.
And at 7-2, Bull has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Beverly against Morris. And the pass to George. Lets it go with a 3. And the Clippers miss again. The Nuggets leading by 6. Porter kicks to Bull. To the middle. Here's Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
George, no good. And it's the Nuggets ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Right side, Gordon. Passes it to Morris. Down low. Jokic passes to Morris. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Leonard. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
And it's Jokic missing.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit. That's an example of great defense. His teammates love that about him. Always why the shooters struggle against this guy.
And so it's Denver in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They've been... And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
DeMarcus Cousins out there with Batum. And there's Jackson. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Rondo in at the point. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Pass to Harrison. Outside Millsap. Pass to Najee. Inside. Here's Rivers. Cousins pulls it in.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Back to Rondo. He feeds it to Batum. Now the pass to Kennard. They swipe it. And now here's Rivers, the fast break opportunity for 3. Pass to Harrison. Takes a 3. He can't get it to go. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Offensive rebound. Kennard kicks to Cousins. Jackson, that's a 2-pointer. And it's Denver with the rebound. Outside Millsap. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Najee, and that one is stuffed right through.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
Rondo drives in. Paul Millsap with the rebound. Denver leading by 10. Here's Harrison. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to Najee. McGee trying to break free. Najee, no good. Clippers have gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. And Cousins kicks to Rondo. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on JaVale McGee.
And Rondo really more creative than given credit. Just has that knack for making defenders have to foul.
Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
The Clippers have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And there's no denying that Rondo is a wizard with the ball. Exceptional at exploiting holes in the defense.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Now Green. Back to Gordon. Another shot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Paul George in for Rajon Rondo. Jokic, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Monte Morris comes in for Porter. George finds Zubac. Leonard with the ball. And it's Gordon picking him up. Scooped up. Count it. And the Nugget lead has been cut down to just 6 points on the bucket from Jackson.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Morris with the ball. Outside, Green. Back to Morris. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Morris has got his second basket.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And the basket by Jackson.
Not an easy basket for Jackson. He doesn't shoot a really high percentage, but he does make a lot of tough hoops.
Now, here is Morris. He's covered closely, and the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game for the Nuggets. Bol comes in for Gordon, and it's Michael Porter in for Harrison. They get it back. Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Here's George, and George with this stuff.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Morris finds Jokic. And again, it's Denver.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And here's George. It's deflected. Here's Leonard, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Leonard's got 6.
Kawhi Leonard from the restricted area. Turn the lights out.
Beverly against Morris. And the layup's good off the glass. Morris has got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, they're trying to establish their attack down in the paint, and make no mistake, these help their overall confidence.
Beverly for 3, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this, and so it's the Denver Nuggets in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. The first quarter was all about Nikola Jokic. He had 12 points and 7 rebounds. And
happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. They've got Michael Porter. Gordon out there with Bol. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Morris in at the point guard position. Jokic, no good.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Pass to Oturu. And stolen by Bol. Jokic with it. Leonard picks him up. Took him no time at all on that one. Jokic has got the lead up to 10 now for the Nuggets. Now, here is George. And there's the pass to Oturu. He kicks it to Beverly. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A 3 from Leonard. They get it back. Zubac. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Jokic. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The free throw drops for Zubac. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivals. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
Rondo finds Zubats. Kennard against Porter. Zubats. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard.
Wow, another empty possession out of the gates. 0 for 4 in this half. Brutal.
Rondo against Morris. And here's Millsap from the arc. Connects from three-point range. Millsap's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Rondo. To the paint, stolen by McGee. And now, here comes Gordon leading the break. It's up a 3. Rajon Rondo with the rebound. Clippers trail by 13. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Well, almost effortless there from Kawhi Leonard. The reach and leaping ability. Look out.
Morris passes to McGee. Morris against Rondo. Back to McGee from 11 feet away. Batum grabs the miss. For Los Angeles, they've gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Here's Leonard. A shot, no good. And Denver the other way now. Porter in the corner. And that one is good.
Just using his size well close to the rim. Porter is outstanding at cashing in from those spots.
Now Rondo passes it to Zubats. He dishes it to Batum, and it's sent back by Millsap, and they'll keep possession. Kennard, the pass to Rondo, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
He got a little ahead of himself there, trying to pull the team even.
That's a big miscue, and you hate to see that happen at this point in the game.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Reggie Jackson comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And Denver with a change here, too. Shaquille Harrison, he's checked in for Morris. Gordon, with no one around, gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Nuggets lead by 16.
I'll tell you, if you're not guarding Aaron Gordon tight and getting into his space, he is going to burn you in catch-and-shoot situations.
There's Harrison. He's covered by Rondo. And that one's good. Millsap.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Jackson. Banked in off the glass. Jackson's got 6.
And with the defender draped all over him, Jackson has that strength to fight through the contact.
Harrison scanning the floor. Offline with his 3. Clippers trail by 16. That's a 2 from Kennard. Porter pulls it in.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Down low. Harrison kicks to Porter. To the middle. Launches a 3. It's Reggie Jackson with the rebound. Dishes it to Batum. Pass to Cousins. To the inside. Oh, he nailed it!
And it counts. And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
And to me, the way you end quarters impacts how you end.
And so it's Denver, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Patrick Beverly out there with Jackson. Then it's Paul George. Paul George. Patrick Beverly. And it's Oturu in at the center position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And that one's good. Beverly.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Rivers with it. Kicks it to Millsap. Stolen by Beverly. Down low. And George with the stuff.
And plays like that demonstrate Paul George's athletic ability. He's not just an elite scorer. He is a high flyer.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Harrison passes to Najee. Shot clock at 5. Tries again, and the layup is up and in. And the Nuggets lead by 12.
You simply must put a body on this guy. You know he's going to try to get to that glass.
And Beverly kicks to George. To the paint. Here's Mann. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for Denver. They led by as many as 18 points.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Jackson. Fires the 3, but they recover it.
Wow, Patrick Beverly, barely 6 feet. Send it back, young Patrick.
And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. And George with the stuff.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. They kick it out to Green. Fires from deep. The Nuggets with another miss. Clippers trail by 8. And George with this stuff.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That'll be his second foul of the game. Green finds Gordon. 2 free throws coming up, and now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Denver leading by 8. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Beverly against Morris. Pass to Green. Morris kicks to Gordon. Clock at 6. Back to Morris. 3-pointer. Here's Jokic. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. The Clippers running out of time. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. And the shot goes down.
Absolutely no fear. Kawhi Leonard welcomes these moments. He relishes these moments.
56 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Morris passes to Jokic. No one on him, and he makes the easy one.
Boy, the consistency he's had tonight has been impressive. Really steady from the field.
George against Green. Count it, and the Nugget lead has been cut down to just 6 points with the basket from George.
You can see Paul George is locked in right now. Big-time shots demonstrate his elite level in the NBA.
A three from Morris. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. Now the Clippers with it. They're on a 14-6 run. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one is on Bull.
We are looking at the MVP of the 2014 Finals. Can we remember that in that series, Kawhi Leonard shot 60% and he guarded LeBron James?
Quarters checked in for JaMychal Green. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
No mistakes there. Good free throws to give them just a little bit more cushion.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The three from George. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And here's Jokic. Gordon, the pass to Morris. Back to Gordon. Lets it go from deep. So the Nuggets win it. A narrow win under difficulty. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for Doris. Nestled among the peaks of the Rocky Mountains. Missing some depth tonight, but the starting lineup is intact for this team. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. They've got Willie Cauley-Stein, Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. And there's Porzingis, and it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. And for Denver, Morris is out there with Harrison, and it's Nikola Jokic. Then it's Aaron Gordon, and it's Bull in at the power forward position. There's the pass to Richardson. 3 on the clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. Denver grabs the miss.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
It's rebounded by Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith. Softly drops in the floater. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And, Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Here's Jokic. Cauley Stein grabs the board.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Here's Finney-Smith. The dish to Richardson. Doncic outside. Sinks the triple.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
The drive by Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Now, here's Richardson. Doncic dishes to Cauley Stein. And that one, good.
Cauley Stein shooting with confidence that close around the rim.
For Denver, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. To the wing right side. Harrison passes to Jokic. Back to Harrison. Here's Bull. Jokic trying to free himself up. Bull can't hit. Dallas leading by 5. And here is Doncic. Passes to Finney-Smith. Richardson attacking. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
And the Mavericks with possession here. The Nuggets getting the bucket.
As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
Gordon against Cauley Stein. Knocked away. Porzingis with the steal. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. And he lays in the alley-oop.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. Morris passes to Bull. It's rebounded by Dallas. 1:02 left in the first quarter of the game. Now Richardson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
Bull, and the bank shot is good.
And you see defenses trying to be physical with Bull. That time, contact on the shot had no effect.
Doncic with it. And the dunk by Doncic.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now, here is Morris. 17 seconds left here in the first quarter. And Morris throws it down.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible. Doncic dishes to Richardson. That shot, no good. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Mavericks lead by... And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen here, guys, from the Mavericks.
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
So much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
Austin Rivers is out there with Porter. Then there's Paul Millsap. And there's JaVale McGee. It's Najee in at the four-man position. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. The Mavericks leading. Now here's Burke. Castamelli from deep. And that one is off. And Denver the other way now. Powell against Porter. One up, one down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Burke finds Brunson. Back to Burke. Inside. The shot by Powell, no good.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Here's Hardaway, and it's sent back by Millsap.
Great block from Millsap, sending that one back.
Knocks it loose, and stolen by Burke. Pass break, Dallas. Brunson, good.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Campazzo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Porzingis. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
Monte Morris is checked in for the Nuggets. Doncic outside. From outside, off the mark.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Well, Jokic with great anticipation there, one of his better qualities as a passing big.
Here's Doncic. He has 5. He dishes it to Cauley Stein. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Deceptive reach from Jokic there, swatting that shot away, using those long arms.
And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by.
And this has really become a struggle for them. Their shots aren't dropping, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. They need to put everything they have into getting high percentage shots.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game. You dig down deep in some of the numbers. Jokic is a much better defender than what he gets credit for. I think we always think about
hammering it in.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possession.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Richardson outside. Shot clock at 6. On the wing, Doncic. To stop the run. Got a hand on it.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Pass to Jokic. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And a deep three from Redick. Here's Porzingis. The pass to Kleber. Over Jokic. Now Kleber. Hardaway with a wide open look. And the three off target.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
We all know Gordon isn't just going to lay it up. He's going for the throwdown every time.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here's Richardson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Outside, Redick. Just 5 on the clock. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Now, Jokic.
Porzingis patrolling the floor, getting his arms.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They were always within striking distance. And that does it for our...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Here's Rivers. Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court for the Mavericks. We've got Josh Richardson. Cauley Stein is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile one block a moment ago.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Doncic kicks to Finney Smith. Outside, Porzingis. 5 on the clock. From the arc. Millsap grabs the miss.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Great anticipation there. Porzingis in the right spot and throws that one away.
Porter looking it over. And the layup's good off the glass. Porter's got the lead up to 12 now for Denver.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
Up top, Doncic. Guarded by Porter. Millsap inside. He feeds it to Porter. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist. Porter's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
To the middle. Stolen by McGee. And Porter, here we go. And finished off by Porter.
I like that. Staying alert. Rivers keeping his head up to find the open man.
Porter against Doncic. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Rivers with it. Here's Millsap. 2 points. That one goes.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
Back to Doncic. Looking to end the run. And good that time. Doncic has got 7 points.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Now here's Rivers. And the rejection by Cauley Stein. Shoots from the high post.
Cauley-Stein doing what he does best on offense, looking to throw it down.
And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. They led by as many as 18 points. Passes it to Najee. Back to Rivers. Here's Najee. Just 5 to shoot. And he uses the glass on the layup. Najee's got his second basket of the game.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
Porter dishes to McGee. Porter passes to McGee. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Porzingis with the block. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Richardson's running. Cauley-Stein dishes to Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith. Out to Doncic. From deep. With the clock winding down. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Tough to match up with the length of Porzingis, and when he's floating around there, sometimes those rebounds are going to come up, and he's just too big to not get some.
Rivers against Doncic. Now here's Rivers. D right on him. Over Doncic. Porzingis with the block. And he recovers it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter. And here is Burke. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. With 1 on the clock. It's off. And so it's the Denver Nuggets sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Doesn't happen with every point guard in the league as far as setting your teammates up. Lots more scorers now, but right there creating the scoring opportunity for his teammates.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Gordon. Ole is out there with Jokic. Then there's Monte Morris. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Redick for 3. Doesn't go that time. And Denver the other way now.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game, because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
Pass to Morris. Now Jokic. Lob pass to Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Out of nowhere, Gordon just soaring in there, and that athleticism carries him straight to the hoop.
Pass to Powell. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside Hardaway. Over Morris. Denver grabs the miss. Inside, deflects the pass. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Brunson, no good. The Nuggets leading by 15, and now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Jokic finds Morris. Jokic inside, working on Cauley Stein, and that one's good. Jokic.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Here's Doncic, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Harrison kicks to Morris. Jokic with it. And stolen by Cauley Stein. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. And stolen by Bull. Cauley Stein against Jokic. Lays it up and banks it in. Jokic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Now, here's Doncic. 5 to shoot. The pass to Finney-Smith. Out to Doncic. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got 8 rebounds in this game.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Nuggets.
Note their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And we watched him all night long. No one could really stop him. Just another excellent game it was for Jokic.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
Here's Harrison, guarded by Doncic. And Bull wide open. He shoots. That 3 off the mark. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 19-point game. Passes it to Finney-Smith. Left side, Porzingis. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
Kicks it out to Gordon. Down low, here's Jokic. Off the left rim and out. And the Mavericks with possession here. And Doncic, here we go. That one goes in.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Harrison scanning the floor. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant show.